Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video that is going to be all around reusable swim nappies. I'm super excited with this one because I've been using it since Aiden was about, I'd say about 6 months. So for about 6 months we were in lockdown, so Aiden was born the week of, or just the week after lockdown and COVID and everything, so we weren't actually allowed to go to any classes. But the first class that we did when things did open up was swimming, and we started off with these. I've been using them for now like nearly 2 years, so I definitely know what I'm talking about. I've got plenty to say about these, and I'm very much looking forward to convincing you guys that it's the right purchase to make. I've also been on holiday last week, so I've got some lovely footage to show you guys. How rude! My dog's pushing past. So excuse the noises that you might hear in a second. He likes to lay right there under the tripod. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by somebody. Casper. Basically we went on holiday last week, so I've got some lovely footage to show you guys of like Aiden, my baby boy, who's now 2 years and 3 months, wearing these reusable nappies. As I said, he's been wearing it from a very young age, so the fact that it's lasted this much is phenomenal. And that's why reusable nappies are just great, because they do last for such a long time. But more on that later on. Essentially, I've got some lovely footage to show you, which I will do. I've got some lovely points to actually tell you in situ, because it's like the holiday season, and it's been sunny and we've been swimming in it, the pool and the sea, so I definitely have some great tips to tell you guys. Before I begin, just quickly, do give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Very much appreciate it, as I do these in my spare time and I work full time as well. So yeah, I'd very much appreciate you commenting and just liking the content. And if you want to see more, please do hit that subscribe button, because I've got lots more planned coming up. You might be able to hear my voice, but actually I came back from the holiday last week with COVID, so it's the first time I've ever had COVID. It was definitely an experience, but I'm so grateful that I was able to recover so quickly. I've got a bit of a throat thing, so if I do keep coughing or clearing my throat, that is why. Anyway, enough of that and let's get started. I bought 2 versions of this reusable swim nappy. So you can see one here, the other one's in the drawers over there. I should have brought it really, but it's pretty much the same apart from the design, and you'll see a little bit later on real life footage, so in situ, what they look like, and I am very impressed. It's been nearly 2 years that we've been using it, and essentially they have really lasted really well. We'd go swimming once a week when we first started, and then when we stopped swimming classes, we would go swimming as a family to the local pool. Basically, they are of a different material to a normal cloth nappy, so they're nothing like a pocket nappy or like an all-in-one nappy. If you do use cloth nappies, they're a little bit different because they're probably more like the wraps. So if you have a wrap for like nighttime, they're more likely to be similar to that because of their material. So it's quite like water resistant, quite waterproof, easy to dry. So a little bit like, you know, like a swimming costume. It's very similar to that, but it does have a double layer inside as well. It's got like that mesh layer. So for example, if you get like men's shorts, they've got the inner layer of like that mesh. It's a little bit similar to that on the inside, and then the outside is more of like the waterproof stuff. So that's really interesting that it's quite a different material, but it makes sense because it's for the water. It also tries to contain your wheeze, your poos, because that's what babies do, and they don't realize whether you can't do something. Obviously they don't have control of that bladder or anything. So essentially the plan, or what it tries to do, is to keep the poo together so that it doesn't go anywhere, and the wee as well. But basically to get straight into it, it's very good at containing that liquid and water in there. Aiden has not had a poopy nappy in the swim nappy before, so he is quite good at understanding that now he's in water, he's not supposed to go number 2. Actually, I've noticed that he doesn't feel comfortable to wee as well. However, that changed very quickly last week when we went on holiday and he was in the pool and everything. I noticed him stop at one point and wee, but I guess that's very natural. What I did notice is that the nappy was able to contain everything in the middle, but not only would it contain the wee, something that I've noticed is that as he came out of the pool, the water would actually stay in the nappy as well as he came out, so he'd have like this hanging water within the nappy. So you can see how waterproof this nappy is if like no water was actually coming through it, and it was like containing it whilst he's wearing it in the middle there. So I am pretty confident that if he was going to poo, that the poo, especially if they're solid, would stay in the nappy. Obviously if it's diarrhea or something else, that's a different question, but it does what you need it to do for an ordinary day. So for example, if your baby poos in the pool, you can be sure that it will contain it and there's no embarrassing moments. So that's the first thing that I've noticed, and I like the fact that there is like that security that you know that actually the nappy will contain the bits that you need it to. It also means that if it's likely to keep the water in, so for example if my baby came out of the pool and then he weed, it's quite likely that it will contain it without dripping onto him as well, so that I could then change him. The other thing is about sizes. So it's pretty much like a normal cloth nappy because it's got that popper system at the front. I have noticed that the sagging did get less when I adjusted the poppers at the front, and actually it fitted him a lot more properly. I guess I was just putting it on him and then putting a swimming costume on him when we go swimming, so it didn't actually matter. And there's like that double layer of protection as well, isn't there? But as we were on holiday and it was really hot, he was literally just in that swim nappy, and therefore I did feel like it had to be adjusted to his size a lot better. And so I did change the bits at the front, so the poppers like a normal cloth nappy. And as you, I'll do that now, demonstrate that now. That it got a lot shorter, and then you've got these adjustables on the sides as well, which means that you can use it from a very young age like I did to him still being 2, and we're still not on the outsides of the poppers. Like there's still plenty of room for him to grow, and I'm confident that we will continue to use those until he outgrows them or until he gets potty trained. We are actually potty training, and that's super exciting. And basically we started off really easy and smooth, and as it's hot we're definitely progressing with that, but more on that in a different video, so make sure to subscribe if you are interested. I've put it together so that you can see exactly what it might look like. This is the smaller size that I've made, but if you unpop it, there's a lot more room, a lot more space. So I am very much encouraging everybody to start using these rather than using like the disposables. There's no point of putting that in the trash and into landfill when you can use one of these. Like babies pee and poo, it is quite natural, quite normal, and you can still use a nappy knowing that it was not going to leak really, like especially if you've got that double layer of like the extra swim nappy on top. Ultimately, like, how much did I spend on it? I bought 2 on Amazon, and I'll make sure to link that down below. It was about a tenner, like maybe less, I can't quite remember because it was so long ago, but I'll make sure to add a link so that you guys can see it. But essentially, if I think about it, a pack of swim nappies, I guess they range from like a £5 to £15, right? So how many would I need within this 2 years? And especially on holiday when you go swimming like 2 or 3 times a day, it's definitely something to think about, how much money you actually save by using these reusables. Because what I did on holiday in terms of washing is I literally hand washed it with some hand soap and then left it out to dry either on the balcony or in the bathroom, and it dried so quickly, whether it's in the sun, which was only a few hours, or if it's in the bathroom, it did take like overnight for it to dry. So it was super quick. It meant that because I've got two, I can alternate. One day I'll be using one, the other day I'd be using another. So in terms of washing, it's super easy. As I said, the material is one like swimming costumes, so it means that it dries super quickly, and then there's no excuse to basically use disposables. I absolutely love these. Like, I don't know if you can tell from the fact that I have a little energy because I've just had COVID, but essentially, like, I think they're just such a good idea. It saves you so much money and it's helpful to the environment, and I guess that's why I'm encouraging you guys to do the same. So I wanted to talk about the durability and the fact that we also went into salty water with these nappies and they still lasted well. Something that I did want to mention is the fact that we also put tons of sun lotion around it and it's still looking quite white. Like, I don't see it like discoloring or anything. It's been in the sun. It's like the durability of it is fantastic. The fact that it outlasted sunshine, so you know sometimes sun can make it like yellower, but also sun lotion, especially stainage, ice cream, seawater, and the fact that they're still lasting. The elasticity, like at the top and the sides, is still fantastic. At home I put it into the wash, usually into the 60s straight after we go swimming, because it goes with the towels and the swimming costumes, and they've still outlasted that as well. So essentially it's a tick for all of the things that you might need for swimming. So I do encourage you to buy these, even if they're not my recommendation. Go for something that you like. There's plenty of cloth nappy brands that also do swim nappies, so do have a look around and let me know what you think if you've used a swim nappy before as well. I'd love to know in the comments. A nice quick video for you guys today, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I very much hope to see you next time. Thanks and bye!